impression in the fact that they might be squeezing the ball a little bit. And I talked to Dick about that. He said, Denny, you know, at my age, I don't know how many more of these things I'm going to win. When I get into the position, I got to take advantage of it. And so we look at it and say to ourselves, geez, you know, this guy's got to have the experience to go out and win this thing and be nice and loose and free. But on the other hand, it's exactly the opposite in some cases.
Sometimes. But again, I'm telling you, bragging rights are a big part of this one right here. For the lead. Oh, he got the super setter again. He just shakes his head.
And when Juanita puts the hands up over the glasses, you realize at that point that Weber has received the break of the game.
See the follow through way wide again to the right. A lot of speed. Kept that ball in the 1-3 pocket.
But again, that's his adjustment at the foul line. He knows.
Well, I think the oil in the lane had a little something to do with it, too.
That's not Excedrin headache number 419. That's a double in the 6th, and now it's a 9-pin lead.
Running that out. Better shot all the way. That's the mark of a champion. You get that break, and you take advantage of it.
Now the pressure right back on Carmen Salvino, who is in the 7th, and Carmen desperately needs a double.
Carmen, who takes very little time.
Better shot here on the right-hand lane, and that's as flush as it gets. Carmen doesn't even react to that strike. He knew it was an X.
Carmen Salvino almost in a must-strike situation right here. Keep that pressure on Weber. Watch the follow-through. It's the key with Carmen. He's fiddling around with that, putting hand in and out. It must not feel quite right to him. Oh, bad break on a good shot. Somebody yelling, too much, Carmen, too much. And it's too much 10-pin. It just didn't want to fall over.
Well, I think Weber reacting to the fact that he was hoping for quiet in the crowd. Doesn't want to disrupt the match. There you see the replay. Excellent shot. 10-pin stands again, and Salvino really upset that that one didn't strike. He knew he had to have it. Keep the pressure on.
Oh, absolutely. It was such a big shot. That would have cut the lead to 9 pins. As it is, Weber is up by 19 right now and can just virtually put this match away with 2 more strikes.
257, the possibility for Weber.
He hasn't made a real good shot on this right lane yet. Did it again, high again. Oh, and he got penalized this time. He bent his elbow like that, but that's not what happened. The follow-through went right. The hand went over the top of the ball, and the ball went left to target. Now watch it here. See, gets away from the body at the top. Now watch the ball go left. He turns early here, over the top. The follow-through goes to the right. He tried to save it. That's the instinctive thing he tried to do, but it's too late now. Tough spare. He's shooting it from the right. Didn't make it, and we've got a ball game.
So while Salvino sits on the bench and Ginny can do nothing but console him, Weber makes the mistake in the 8th, and now it's a 4-pin match, and this one's up for grabs.
And actually, I feel that the emotion or the momentum in this thing, if there is such a thing, has swung to Salvino's side. He's more calm at this point.
Now the issue at hand is strike in the 9th to give yourself an opportunity. Going to run it out a little bit. No wall shot this time, and gets a very good break that the only pin remaining is the 5.
And you see Weber put his hand down like that. He's rushing that line, charging that line, and he knows that that's been his classic mistake throughout the years.
Salvino perhaps working harder on the bench than he is on the approach. Knows that he's going to have an opportunity to win.
He can put the match away. Strike in the 9th and 2 in the 10th, and he can lock it up.
Not wasting any time either on the right-hand lane.
Three, 6, 10. Boy, neither bowler really wants to win. What he heard was somebody, beep, beep, beep. It was a beeper. I definitely heard it myself.
Weber looks over, concerned, and right now, Carmen Salvino is chatting with Harry Golden, National Tournament Director. And I think Carmen, in essence, was asking for a reshot, wasn't he?
He was asking for interference, and Goose said no.
What's the ruling? We heard it.
It can't be audio that way, especially behind. It has to be something visual in front of you.
Okay, the key now to make the spare. All right, got the spare in the ninth, but explain the rule.
See if we can hear the beep.
There's no audio.
I can't hear it at all. He kind of grimaced. He heard something.
I did.
Well, I definitely heard it too.
Yeah.
The important thing, though, is this match is still within 10 pins. If he can strike out in the 10th frame, he can put the pressure on Weber. Great shot. Oh, and he leaves a solid 8. He says, what do I have to do to knock him over? It's just not my day.
All Carmen can do is smile, and right now his heart is in his throat. He has absolutely thrown the best shot he's thrown the entire night, and he doesn't strike.
And it reminds me of last year. J.B. Blaylock needed a mark to win and left a solid 10 and then missed it. Weber has the magic touch. Luck he has here, he should be making it on the table, shouldn't he?
I'll tell you what right now, though, Dick Weber was so upset last year when J.B. Blaylock missed the 10 pin and handed the title to Dick that he had won, and he was excited about that, but he really felt badly for J.B. Blaylock. And now he's in a position where, in essence, Salvino gets a terrible break in the ninth, throws a great shot in the 10th, and once again, Weber's going to get the chance to win.
He needs 7 to make him mark. And that's going to get 7.
Oh,
the shoe is on the other foot now.
All right.
Last year, J.B. Blaylock needed the mark to win. This year, Weber needs that mark to win. And he has been anything but confident the last few frames on this right lane. Left the 3, 9, 10 in the 8th frame. We'll see what he does here now. The frozen rope that Weber's famous for when he needs it.
Salvino turned away once again, this time by the man who he has battled for over 30 years, Dick Weber. Boy, that was a classic shot to lock up the match.
Weber's famous for throwing that frozen rope real straight and tight in pressure situations.
So Dick Weber has now won 3 consecutive PBA Senior Showboat Invitationals, and he has now won 30 career PBA titles.
Only a few players have been able to do that.
And I'll tell you right now, when we get a chance to chat with him a little bit later on, the first thing he'll say is, I can't believe what a bad break Carmen got, and I feel badly for him. And that's the kind of individual that Dick Weber is. Finishes out in the 10th. He strikes out for 212. And very quickly, Salvino up, a pat on the back by Weber.